Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishnan. Basically, today we are going to discuss about the part 20. Basically, this software company has banned Indian software company and Indian human resource has banned that guy, and that guy is not getting job. Basically, so the topic has discussed up to 20 part. Basically, you can just imagine the story of that guy. Basically, and this is basically you can say it's a big of one of the big topic basically in this blog basically. So now basically we are talking that how basically that suppose that guy was not getting the job basically. So basically he went then basically his story connected to like this basically he went to many cities, he went to big companies like Infosys, IBM, Capgemini, Accenture, TCS, Patani, Genesis, Oracle, iFlex, HDFC, HSBC, ICICI Bank, 3i Infotech, Patani. There basically he has applied, but they basically nobody has given him job. Basically, they are telling that we have banned you, so we are not going to change our decision. Basically, so like this, basically that guy is still trying for the job, and still this guy is telling that entire Indian software companies and Indian human resource are telling that they are not going to give him job basically. So basically, the problem is what basically Indian software companies and Indian human resource are telling that we have a full power supply control basically. So if we have the full power supply control, then basically power supply control means what, up to what level power supply control have basically. Do you want to know? I will take one example. For example, there is one city. In that city, basically 100 buildings are standing. I will take example of Vadodara city only, where basically that guy has Vidyagunj schooling was happened, and he was entire Vidyagunj school has fired him. I'm talking about that building, that city only. So basically, that city basically is having 100 buildings, as in 200 buildings basically. 200 buildings are standing at the same position, and not a single building is shaking also. So one guy told that yeah, it's basically by default only. When you create any building, then it's standing in straight position only. Then basically one of the IT industry person told that no, basically it's not like that basically. There are a few set of power companies and power energy companies. On the base of that energy, the entire build, sorry basically, for that on the base of that energy, that on the base of that energy and on the base of that power company energy which they are passing to the city, on the base of that the entire buildings are standing basically. So that was basically one satellite software creation guy basically. He told this to that guy basically. The discussion is ongoing basically why the Indian software companies are so powerful, and how why the basically Indian human resource are so powerful. Up to what level they are basically reached, they are telling that, and they are giving doing the advertising of the power basically, that we are not going to give job to that guy basically. So basically they are telling that 100 buildings, 200 buildings are standing at the same position with the help of that power company and the energy company basically. Then basically he was shocked basically how it's possible basically, how basically you can say that 200 buildings are standing on the base of that power supply company and on the base of that energy company, and energy company is supplying some energy to the city. How it's that possible? Yeah, basically then basically one of the satellite company developer, basically he was a developer and he was connected with few managers and directors. They told that yeah, it's like that only. Each and every cities in this world, basically I will take tell that around 20 to 30,000 cities are there in this world. More than 30,000 basically cities are there in this world basically. More than 30, minimum 30 basically I'm talking about. More than 30,000 cities are in this world, and this 30,000, for example, 30,000 cities is having more than 15 lakh buildings, more than 15. Just basically it's a rough example, but 15,000 15 lakh is a minimum now. So 15 lakh buildings are standing on the base of that power supply, which is getting power supply in the cities basically. And here the cities which are getting the power supply, and the main power supply and energy which is getting passed, that is of the Indian power supply company and Indian energy company. So basically Indian power companies and Indian energy companies are passing the energies to that cities, to 20,000, sorry, 30,000 cities. Due to that 30,000 cities they are passing, according to that basically each and every buildings are standing at the same position basically. Then basically that guy was shocked. Then basically he told, yeah, that's why basically you are not getting job, because the group who has banned you, they are that much powerful basically. They are connected with up to that level basically. That basically due to that basically you are due to that basically the software companies have has banned that guy basically. Then basically he was shocked basically. Yeah, I think you are correct basically. Due to that power supply, that basically you can say it's a nuclear plant basically. Due to that nuclear plant and due to that energy company who are passing the power supply to this 30,000 cities, due to that 30,000 due to that power nuclear companies and power companies and energy companies which are situated in India, where basically exactly I don't know, but it's I read it in the Wikipedia. There basically it has told that there are some power companies and energy companies who are so powerful, they can basically take the um, they can keep the each and every building in straight position basically. If they lift that, if they take their support from that cities basically, then basically big earthquake can happen basically. The entire building will shake basically. This basically shaking has given one name, that is basically earthquake. Basically earthquake you can say. The English word is English group has given this name as a earthquake basically. This is earthquake basically. Whenever the energy companies and power companies basically takes the power from that cities, then basically big earthquake happens according to the power supply which has taken up to that level basically. The powers up to what level the energies and power has taken, according to that basically earthquakes happen. So basically that guy was telling that India is so powerful due to this basically, due to this much powerful power India have basically you can say. That's why basically India is getting, India have full control over the world software company basically you can say. Because each and every softwares basically to load basically they require certain set of power supplies. That power supply data India have basically. For example, if Microsoft want to boot their operating system, then basically the power supply, which exit power supply, which actually boots the Microsoft operating system and Microsoft each and every tools control and each and every controls, that basically is supported by the power companies basically. Then that's why basically he was not getting job. Basically, even he has done 33. Even that guy has done 33 years of fasting. Then also he was not getting job. So basically, this connected to many points. Basically, any points is one is basically his religion is creating problem. That is Hindu religion. Then basically he has done 33 years fasting basically of Hanuman god. That is creating problem to him, because it's you can't say anyone na, because there are many enemies of Hanuman. Even in Hanuman group also basically there are many enemies of Hanuman. You can't say basically which people are creating problem to him, because it's a software industry. So in software industry Hindus are not working. Yeah, lots of Hindus are working. It's not that Hindus are not working. So basically the second problem basically was, he's third basically, he's Hanuman. He has done 33 years of fasting of Hanuman. Is that is creating problem? Then basically he went back to Vidyagon school. Basically his Vidyagon school groups are creating problem to him. So due to that basically he's not getting job. Then basically again he went to few companies basically where he had done the um, company where he had done the service. Basically, there basically top few top level management has fired him and given the termination letter. Are that group is creating problem to him? So basically, the problem has reached up to this level that these are all people who are creating problem to this guy. Basically, you can say few company basically has told that his performance is also not good. Basically, just to see basically the knowledge up to vice presidents and CEO level knowledge he have, and one of the software company has told that his performance is not good. So just see basically the torture level of that guy is given by the Indian software companies and Indian human resource who are still sitting at the big level software companies in Mumbai, in Hinjawadi, in Pune, in Mumbai, in Vadodara city, in Ahmedabad, in Gandhinagar, in Infotech Park. Basically, there are more than 100 Infotech Park in big Infotech Park in Hyderabad. Basically, in Bangalore Infotech Park, there are more than 200 Infotech parks. From there, park basically not a single Infotech park is giving him job basically. So basically, where the problem is that in next video, basically we are going to discuss a little bit more detail about this point basically. So we are stopping for now.